Cool. Hi. Almost empty room. Hope you're filled up with more people soon. Today I was thinking I would finish Maze Hapen, which we got quite far on last time we painted during that Gen Con week. And if we have the time, which I think we will have, thanks for the like, Terry Rushford. We will also finish up this Bio Starter Box jockey, Stumpy. So, yeah. When we finished up last time, we painted this little frog. This tiny, tiny little frog. And I remember painting it lupercal green and then like adding a first kind of rough highlight of Cavalite green, which I guess we will now highlight. Or actually, maybe let's start off with the flowers first. Hi, Terry. New to the whole gaming world? What brought you here then? You started Malifaux? And welcome, I should say. I start off by just getting some red paint where it should not be. That's great. So yeah, I'm picking a slightly lighter red color. Was Daka Red from Citadel? Another weird paint name. It's like space orc related paint name. So yeah. And I mixed it with a little bit of dark blue we used on the base because like I don't want these flowers to be... Yeah, thanks for the like, Tiago. I don't want the flowers to be like extremely bright red. I want them to be kind of like, they're going to be a solid red, but not... I don't want them to steal the show completely. Still want them to go in with the kind of cold balance of the rest of the paint job. So that's why I'm actually mixed in a little bit of the like base color for our water with the reds. Terry you went with your brother and cousin to Gen Con to see what it was all about. Cool. Wow, I'm really stumbling over syllables there. Nice. Did you have a good time at Gen Con? Was Malifaux what like stood out the most, or the other side, or something like that? Hope it could have been a Gen Con. I live in Sweden, so it's pretty far off. Maybe some year when COVID has stopped rearing its ugly head. And let's pray it does. Hope you had a great time at Gen Con. I got some Gen Con goodies order at least, which I'll probably get on Thursday. The warehouse gremlins were real quick this year. Maybe they were last year too. I didn't order anything last year. Wyrd Kyle would really love to jump across the pond to make it to Essen one day. That would be really cool too. I've never been to that show, never been to Essen. Would be really cool. Do have a ticket to the Malifaux UK Nationals though. So that's cool. We'll probably play Explorers, new hotness, new kids on the block, etc. Or I guess they were pre-Malifaux Burns. Terry, a lot of the miniatures were amazing. Yeah, I agree. I'm actually just gonna... I'm glad you liked them. Did you pick any of them up? Buy any minis? So I'm trying to just hit the raised parts of these flowers. The pre-painted ones? What pre-painted ones? Oh, did you get Bayou Bash? Cool. So you're like, well, if you're just starting out, cut yourself some slack. Like, it takes time to learn. It's not something you just know how to do or don't know how to do, and that's that. You just have to practice too, and try and have fun while doing it. That really helps. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I misunderstood you. The displays for the games. I was curious if you picked any models up, like bought any for yourself. Yeah, there are some awesome painted miniatures on display. Did get to see some pictures, at least. Your brother's really good. Maybe he can teach you some. Or you can learn from all these weird streamers like me and all the others. If you're wondering about anything at all in regards to painting, or actually about the game itself, or games, I mostly know Malifaux when it comes to the weird games, don't hesitate to ask. I love discussing miniature painting, and that's what I'm here for, but I also love discussing the game itself. You ordered the Beast miniature, which will arrive Friday. Which Beast? Maybe I'm just being slow here. I'm a little tired today, but I don't really. Is there like a miniature called Beast? It's a little hard to reach this shirt in some places. This is something we could have avoided if we painted the model in subsections. But like, I think we'll do fine. Wyrd Games mascot, Waldo. Oh, cool. That would be a nice model to have. It's really cool. Maybe I can pick Waldo up in the Black Friday sale. Waldo's a cutie. So I decided to paint this shirt. Sorry there, I was just showing you my fingers instead of the miniature. Decided to paint the shirt in the same color as the flowers. You're painting one color to play it safe? Oh, like pure green or something? Could be cool. Now to highlight this red further, I think we'll go with, I'm gonna try pure Waldegeist red and see if that works or if it's too much. No, I think that works. Like trying to make these highlights smaller so that we see some of the last highlight too, so that there's like a, I mean, it's hard to see a gradient in these, but flowers, but we want to try and get some depth. Thinking copper and have my brother paint the mouth and eyes. Copper, that'd be cool. Fiona, it would be great fun if you posted the pictures or posted pictures of your finished Waldo later on the Wyrd place. Always fun to see people's unique, cool paint jobs. Or I guess in the Discord, if you prefer. Word's got a nice Discord server. So yeah, I decided the pure Waldegeist red worked well as our next highlight. Looks pretty cool. You and me both play Wyrd, which is Kimberly right now. Who's playing Wyrd? Thank you, Terry. Nice to see you pop by. Have a good one. Highlighting these folds of the clothes further, focusing on the raised areas and also giving, like, taking into consideration that light should go from above. You have no lower light sources really. Though I did get a suggestion that painting glowing lily flowers, like water lily flowers, could be really cool. And I totally agree. Not going to do that with this one, but maybe I'll do it on the next one. Like this miniature will be given away, and I'm going to announce the winner a little bit later in the stream when there are more people watching. Because we had a little competition. To give away this miniature to a lucky duck on random who watched the stream, participated in the chat, and followed Wyrd and me on Twitch or YouTube. And so this one will go to that lucky duck. I just like saying lucky duck. Sorry. But, I mean, I'll be getting my own Miss Hapen in the mail. So I'll have to paint this miniature again. Which is totally fine because I really enjoyed painting this water. Hi, Ironclays. I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I'm good. I actually picked up like a huge haul of Explorers miniatures from the post office, or from never mind, from the store, like, which I got in the mail. And that's before I get the Gen Con haul on Thursday. So I'm kind of like buried in plastic. I like to think of it as a pile of possibilities instead of a pile of shame. I'm jumping on the Explorers bandwagon because Explorers are cool. So I got myself a few new miniatures there. Some more Seeker models and a bunch of EVS. but also the Explorer's Book, which has some pretty cool artwork. I haven't gone to the stores yet, just so busy. Iron Clays, I'm good, thanks. Loving how you painted this mold so far, super cool. Thanks, I'm really thinking it's turning out pretty good too. Just hope I don't mess anything up now. Just have the EVS keyword delivered. Nice! Yeah, EVS really excites me. Seems like this seems so much fun to play. Effective and tricksy and opportunistic. I do like drawing cards too. Really like card draw. Which miniature of the EVS do you think you'll be painting first? I'm quite eager to paint the Tide color. Already did Harpooners on the stream. There we go. Think well now I'm gonna mix. This was like a red paint with some Caucasian skin tone from Reaper. It's called, or I guess it's pretty much Caucasian. It's called Rosy Skin. And I find if you want a fiery red, I would probably mix it with Fire Dragon Bright from Citadel. But if I don't want like an orangey fiery red, some Caucasian skin tone mixed into the red it tends to make for a pretty good balance, because if you mix the red with white, you'll end up with pink. This pink is pretty much light red. Looking forward to painting Orville. Orville is a cool, characterful miniature. Good choice. Hirata, yeah. Hirata is cool. I'm thinking of doing like water effects either instead of all that sculpted water or like around it. Could be cool. Water has sort of turned into a theme for my Play Wyrd streams. I'm painting Bayou Bash starter or Gremlin starter box with swamp bases with water. I painted harpooners on beach bases. I'm doing Miss Hapen. And then also got the Nightmare Fish people. Sorry, Wyrd, for not remembering what it's called. The Nightmare Edition box, which plays as a Nakima alternate. So lots of sea themed and water themed miniatures there for me. Tide colors scares the hell out of me to paint. I'm not very experienced in painting water. Tide color scares me too. I mean, like, painting water is hard. And also, Jens Riedel must like the screen. Cool. Thanks for the like, Jens. But I also like, it's a huge miniature. So if you want to do any kind of water effect, you got a whole lot of surface to do that on. And that scares me a bit. Guess maybe you can pick a few places to focus on to do like the best effect. And then like maybe count on the person viewing the miniature to look at those places. Because if you want to paint like the super cool water effect all over the tide color, I feel like you could be painting that miniature for weeks. Rambling on about that now, but yeah. Tide color is super fun in game. Like ranged toss is so much fun. It's really good for isolating miniatures, to pick on them, or to just speed up your own miniatures movement, of course. Some more paint there. Oops, I kind of overloaded my brush with water. Did put too much water on my wet palette. Alright, please. I think I'll tackle the tide color last. I'm going with beach bases as well, so she gets some water practice in there first. That's a nice one. Like, that's some sound thinking there. Saving it for last. Yeah? Makes sense. So basically, what's that guy red mixed in with a bunch of rosy skin, Reaper, and painting thin lines of highlights on the red shirt. Like, I don't know what's going on with this miniature. Why is she, like, her lower part is water, and so is her upper part, but then suddenly she's got a shirt too? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It looks really cool. And I really like it. So who cares? Right? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of mystery. Go. Nightmare. Ironclad is the nightmare crew. I'll be painting for a friend, but I'm going to brush color shift paints for their base coat and pick up details. Sounds like a very good plan. Hope you'll post them on the Malifaux Wyrd social media stuff so I get to see them. Color shift paints are cool. Actually don't own any. Maybe I should get some. Then we're going in with going in. Yeah, got some pure rosy skin. That turned out a little too thick. The really thin lines. Should probably be pretty conservative with this final highlight. I still want this to be red as, well, red when we watch it. That can be a danger with like over highlighting red and then suddenly it doesn't read as red anymore. Maybe I want to make these. They will definitely make their way into a word place. Nice. Glad to hear that. It's always so much fun to see people's painted crews. I'm trying to thin down this highlight because I felt like the upper arms here were starting to look more like a pale skin tone than red. It's a bit of a balancing act. I think that looks pretty good though. So let's paint that little frog. Where did that paint go? Me and my paints. That's the wrong green. Where'd it go? There. Too many paints on the table. So this wee little frog, we painted it Camelot green. I'm just gonna go look. Yeah. Okay. Because I know I was a little. I did this pretty quickly. Yeah. I'll mix it with some Sybarite green. So we're doing a more of a blue green on the little frog that compared to the artwork. Because I don't know, going for a cooler theme, like temperature wise. Whether it is cooler or not in that cool way, that's up for you to decide. So I mixed some Sybarite green with some Cavallite green to do another highlight on the froggy parts. Frog is tiny. Who would have thought? And then some pure Sybarite green. It's a real Sybarite, this frog. That's what everyone says. It knows what's good in life. Trying to consider our light source above when deciding where to put these highlights. So the inside of the knee there goes in shadow. The armpit there. Like that brush. Wait, no, that's optional. And then let's make some white into this. I mean, I've got color series, which is Ghost Blaster Green, but I got some white on the palette, so I'll just mix that into the Sybarite green. Don't want to waste any paint here. Seems a bit unnecessary. And I mean, frogs tend to look pretty shiny, so I'm not going to be afraid of highlighting it up to pure white. This frog is straight out of the water. All wet and happy. Happy amphibian. Those little frog buttocks. Frogs have butts too. At least this frog does. Most frogs tend to, I'd wager. And let's do some pure white. As I said, shiny, shiny frogs. So, like, frogs tend to be shiny. So, highly reflective stuff here. So, we're doing highlights up to pure white. to reflect that. Heh. Puns, you know? Anyone in the chat painting anything cool right now? Got anything you feel like you really want to finish before getting that Gen Con haul? Maybe you already got it. Play Wyrd. I'm painting the Toilet Trouble box. Oh yeah, I did see that, Kim. I saw some lovely pumpkins and stuff, and that toad. Cool. I really liked seeing those. They look great. I kind of wanted that box too, but I didn't order it. So much nice, cool stuff. On a whim, I decided to paint the eyes of the frog orange. It gives some pretty good contrast. I have a mercenary keyword to finish for the UK Nationals. That's cool, Ironclease. I actually have a ticket to the UK Nationals, so I'm gonna look into like traveling and stuff, and unless like if things work out the way I want them to, we'll see each other there, I guess. Cool that you're playing some mercenaries. Are you happy about the new Vix? Tell you what, I had to hear my partner giggle about the pun. Glad someone liked it. I like puns. And I kind of like the way a lot of people are like annoyed by them. Because mostly people are just annoyed by puns, right? Okay, so let's paint the pole of the umbrella or the hilt, or, you know, I'm pretty sure handle is the right word. So I'm painting the umbrella handle Abaddon black. I think we'll just highlight it a cool gray color. Oops, got some black on her hair. Waterfall. Her hair does have a great fall to it, you know. Wonder what kind of products she uses. The tile Vicks look really good. A nice option to have instead of the current Vicks for sure. Yeah, cool. So they are like more if you want to do one huge beater, right? I'm not like super well versed in Outcasts. I do play against them pretty often, but yeah. I am probably going to be playing Explorers in the Nationals. Okay, so maybe some black shading, back of the umbrella. They're pretty tanky as well. Yeah, that's true. More survivable. I guess they don't come across as the tankiest ever, but like maybe compared to the other Vex, right? I think we'll shade the water around the lily pads just a little bit more. So we got some black paint mixed with a little bit of black. No, black mixed with black, mixed with a little bit of blue and a little bit of just a tiny bit of green, and we'll shade the water around the lily pads just a little bit more, which should make the lily pads pop more. Just need to balance it so it doesn't look like they got like weird black rings around them. Iron Clays. I've never played Outcasts, but on a whim decided to solo Vix at the Nats. Cool. I think they could be a pretty good solo. Like, mobility is certainly good in GG2. And you've got a lot of mobility in the keyword, and especially, I guess, Vic 1 or Vix 1. I guess maybe the second one too, right? And also, I guess it's good with mobility, but you can also like mess the opponent up, which is good because a lot of the strategies and schemes tend to mean that you kind of see each other on the center line a lot. There aren't as many like missions that make you go super deep into the enemy deployment zone or super wide onto the flanks, I guess, sort of. You need to move out to score points a lot of the time. So like avoiding engagements, it's not always super easy. So like, why not just have some Vex? So we got mobility and hitting power and stuff. Yeah, I think that should be pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe I'm just rambling nonsense here. I don't know. Bashwari86, hi, welcome. Bashwari says, wow, this is beautiful. Thanks a lot. That's really nice to hear. It's such a cool miniature, and I hope I am doing it justice. We're currently trying to add some shading like in between the lily pads because the water underneath them should be pretty dark because they they're in the way of the sunlight or moonlight or whatevs. Probably like a cold sun in this case. Da, 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 da. Brush warrior. Ironclays, you're pretty accurate with your analysis. Hapen mobility and the keyword is really good and lends itself to GG2 really well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I faced them. I haven't had a ton of games due to COVID and stuff, but I faced them in GG2, and I was pretty impressed, to be honest. Brush warrior, that's a great water texture effect, though. To be honest, thanks. Yeah, I quite like how it turned out. Looking for this extra pop with these shadows we're adding. I hope I'm not messing things up now with this. So much stability and patience. Thanks. But stability, like in the paint job, or you mean like my hands, or sometimes you gotta talk to me like I'm stupid. Well, maybe not. But I do feel a little bit tired today. I also drank too much coffee, and now I'm I got a coffee low after that, I think. But it's fine. All right. This looks pretty good, right? I think. Tiny bit of white there. The eye. Boop. Boop. Okay, so to highlight the umbrella handle, let's use some Citadel Dark Reaper, which is a cold gray color. And again, we're looking at the miniature. Okay, so where's the light coming from? It's coming from above, of course. So in this case, so we paint the gray like that. There's some texture to that handle there. Oh, you cute little frog. All right, please. I really love the contrast you get in the minute you paint. So striking, but without looking too much. Thanks. That's lovely to hear. Yeah, try to do like colorful and full contrast value-wise, but not too colorful. I kind of want the colors to work in harmony, and yeah. Like with the reds and greens here, we kept them looking kind of cold. It's like the red is warm-ish, so it contrasts with the water, but still quite a cold red, so as to not look out of place. If that makes sense. Next, let's mix the Reaper with some lighter gray. I had some gray here on the palette, and I'm actually just going to use that because it works for my purposes. Dark Reaper is a cool gray. Gray Seer is kind of a cool gray too. So had it on my palette. Let's just mix again to highlight. Otherwise, I often tend to mix Fenrisian gray into Dark Reaper to highlight it, but now we're doing Gray Seer because why not? Some the palette. Do you say palette or palette? I don't know. Because one of them is like what you eat, right? Your palate. I don't know. Sorry if I'm using the wrong word. Just go even lighter. We did. We didn't really consider here that the frog is actually like the frog. The frog is climbing on the umbrella handle, and therefore, of course, there's an area underneath its little chin that's supposed to be gray too. So I kind of missed that. Yeah. Do we like that? I think so. Maybe. Did it freeze there for a little while? Are we getting some lag? Maybe the red from the top shining through. We don't really know. I think it's cool. Maybe just a tiny dot of pure white on that again. Soon. Very close to being done, probably, right? Maybe like clean up this handle a little bit. I think maybe Waldo's creating a little bit of lag here. Don't know what he's up to. A little rascal. What if I get a fake, a really bad fake Scottish accent today? It's because I spent time with my family this weekend, and my one of my sisters lives in Scotland, and the other one is, well, her fiance is Scottish. So, and I without really thinking about it, I tend to just mimic the way some people speak, because I think because I like the way it sounds, and then I do it really badly without even really thinking about it much. So sorry about that. We are certainly nearing completion here, I think. Right, so maybe a tiny little bit more of, maybe some more highlighting on the umbrella. Like we're mixing that, is it Xerius purple? Genestealer purple. Xerius was the middle one from Citadel. And we're mixing that with a little bit of Wraithbone, also from Citadel. Like any off-white would do, to make a final highlight, to make some areas of the umbrella just pop a little bit more. We'll have Ben rate your accent. No, I'll get butchered. I hope Ben isn't offended. Like I love Scottish accents. Why did I just messed up that highlight completely? Oops. I think it's really easy to just try and Like I try and mimic every bloody accent I hear without thinking much about it. Just think it's fun. I don't know why. Oh, I'm probably not the only one. I'm a bit of a ramble right now, am I not? Oh, God. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad you think so. I say the most random things sometimes. I know. I can also be a little bit socially anxious. So, like, afterwards, I'm like, why do I say these things? She done? Like, am I done with this miniature now? No, okay, almost maybe. I think I need to tidy up these reeds, or are they reeds or bamboo? I don't know. I guess I don't know plants very well. So reeds are looking a wee bit messy. Now I say we too. That's the fault of the Scots. It's a little funny that one of my sisters is living in Scotland, and the other one who is not living in Scotland has a Scottish fiance. Don't know why you need to know that. You don't, but now you do. Just brightening up the tops of these reeds. Guess I just decided they're reeds now. So, as I mentioned, we're raffling this out. And the lucky duckling who will be receiving a Miss Hapen, or not just a Miss Hapen, this Miss Hapen, in the mail is Daniel Tingson. Don't know if Daniel is here right now, but we'll make sure Daniel knows. So Daniel Tingson was the person who won this Miss Hapen. And Lady Luck was who made that happen, I suppose, because we randomized it. Congratulations, yay! I didn't do that very dramatically, but I did it awkwardly, and that's something too. So we'll make a post on that and message Danielle, who will hopefully be really happy about it. Cool. Yeah, what are we thinking? Is it done? Maybe. Hello, Ashenhold. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. I have not been able to watch the streams for a while since I have visited my family. And I got back yesterday evening. Going to Lark, need to get dinner on spaghetti al pesto tonight. Nice. I ate some pesto pasta yesterday. It's a very good one. I do love some pesto. And I eat tons of pasta. So Ashenhold is now our resident pesto larker. Whatever that means. Now I kind of want some pasta pesto. Why do I always get hungry when I stream? Or hungry is probably not the right word. Nibbly, I suppose. Yeah, I think she's done. Sometimes it's hard to just let go of a miniature, though. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad you think so. Pretty happy with her, too. Need to snap some proper photos of her and post her in a weird place, too. Just highlight these little segments. It's a fine accident, a happy accident. Yeah. So we have our mishappen looking cool and mishappened and misshapened and all that. Just one thing you could do is gloss varnish all the water, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I feel it could like compete sort of with the water effects we have painted. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm not sure it would improve the effect. If the winner wants it, they could always gloss varnish her. That would be totally fine with me, actually. So if you just jumped onto the stream, we just announced the winner of the Mishappen raffle, who is Daniel Tingson. So yeah, again, congratulations. And I hope you will like this miniature. Gotta stay hydrated. And we also gotta finish Stumpy. So I did get a suggestion. I asked the chat like what color we should paint the top that's hanging from her clothesline, and I got the suggestion to paint it purple with a floral pattern. No, not purple. I mean, no, yellow, and with a floral pattern. But after painting it yellow, I came to the conclusion that it didn't work with the rest of the color scheme. It just stands out too much, and we don't want all of the attention to be drawn to a top hanging here in the back. So I repainted it. Maybe a bit boring of me, but I repainted it in for making you seasick there. I repainted it in a burgundy color. Just gotta adjust this a little bit. There we go. So it's the same color as her little hammock, or whatever you should call it. And then I washed it with Nolan oil to get some quick shadows. And now applying some more of that Baraknar Burgundy from Citadel. Making sure to leave all those shadows showing. Even if I don't agree with a suggestion for a color, I really do appreciate them, and it's always a good thing to consider other possibilities. But it didn't really fit, in my opinion. So now we're going with burgundy, and I am mixing some. I actually decided to mix some of that rosy skin I have left on the palette into the burgundy for a highlight. You call me crazy, but like it works. It's not the color I used to highlight the burgundy of her hammock, but that's not a big deal. She's not wearing a uniform. And they probably don't get their clothes from factories. I don't think. Probably. Unless I guess they steal them from the Humies. Do you think the Gremlins, surely they do a lot of clothes themselves, right? They don't just steal from humans. Guess they could also trade. So this is actually the last little bit we have to do on Stumpy. And then we got the last Bayou jockey and the whiz bang one. Crazy rabbit rider, whose name is eluding me at this moment, but yeah. Crazy Bunny. I think Big Dano painted them recently. Saw a little bit of that. But I mean, we gotta finish the box set, right? And then, of course, we got some cool Nightmare Edition Mer people to paint at a later date. Probably start on them maybe next week. Next week on Thursday, probably. Start on the Nightmare box. I think Fluffernutter, that's the one. Thank you, Kim. Fluffernutter, of course. I tend to be pretty good at remembering the names of units in the game. But yeah, sometimes a nay can elude me. I don't tend to be good at remembering the names of people. Don't know what that says about my priorities. Like if someone walks up to me and says, "Hi, Elinore," I'm often extremely confused, unless it's a person I hang out with a bunch. So I'm pretty bad at both names and faces. Luckily, I'm pretty good at painting. It's weird though, because I don't really have much of a visual memory. I was talking about this during the weekend. Like, it's easy to just assume that everyone else got it the same way, but I don't really get images in my memory. If I think about something or someone, it's all just a fog, pretty much, like visually. It's not that I'm bad at remembering people, but remembering what they look like is kind of rough. Which can sometimes make people sad or frustrated or think that you're just uninterested. But my visual memory seems to be pretty bad. But we remember things in different ways, I think. Let's highlight this a little further. From my own cruise, I am in the middle of painting Winston, Corvus, Operatives, Anya and Sovereign, and the Surveyor. Got those on the go. Hoping to be able to finish them soon. Really like the Anya crew. Sovereign's a cool big bird. Really enjoy playing it. Because, yeah, I was too eager in playing them unpainted, or partly painted right now. Played 3 games with them at least. Still been COVID and all that. But restrictions are easing up a lot now, the end of the month in Sweden. So I hope things go well. With all that. Looking pretty cool, right? I like the way they turn out. Stumpy. This bio set will also be raffled out when it's done. I like raffling out things. It's fun. I think we're gonna blackline these little clothespins, or the metal parts of the clothespins. So we can separate the metal from the wood in a satisfying way. That looks better. They were kind of flowing together a little bit before. Maybe a few highlights here. Looks a little flat from this angle. Does it look flat from this angle? Not really. Okay. So this is a stream about finishing up miniatures, right? I think she's done. Is she? Think so. A little bit of black shadow here on the top near the bracelet. Bracelet, I mean necklace, obviously. Anyone in the chat gotten a good game or games in lately? We got a Vassal League in Sweden where we're trying to sort of catch up and try out new things. It's really cool and very fun. Only had one game so far. You know, is that supposed to be? Yeah, this is the cloth, right? Maybe I accidentally painted this as a branch, but it's cloth. Yeah, so I am now going to remove this from the base carefully. Might have to use a knife. See? Yeah. Where did I put the knife? There. This is where we bleed live, right? Now, hopefully there's not going to be an accident. And then let's carve away some of this cork. Don't really need to get all of it off, but most of it probably. Like, most of it won't show when we glue it to the base. Base got a little dusty. Okay, so got the base done in advance. And I was thinking I'd mount them something like this. Did try this out. Yeah. That could be cool too, I guess. Like originally I was going to do like this. But I guess that looks pretty cool. Running across the edge of the water. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. That looks good. So we could pin this, but I think it's going to be fine with just super glue, to be honest. Did pin the one with the water splashes. It did get quite a lot of glue there. Maybe a little bit less. There we go. Okay, so try and not make a mess of things. Like usually I do put on foliage after gluing a miniature to its base. But I made like these complete swamp bases as part of a tutorial, which I might have bothered you about in the past. So my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/sibbright_painting, got a tutorial on how to make these bases. I did get some feedback that putting some paint in the water effects would probably make it look more realistic, and I agree. Though I do like that it's see-through. It looks very dark in the screen right now, but it being see-through makes it so you can see the way I painted the bottom. Of the water edge through the water effects. Doesn't really pick up on camera very well right now, but you lose some of that if you put paint in the water. That looks pretty cool. What do you think? Another Gremlin jockey done. 3 done, 1 to go. Lovely models. They were pre-built, which was nice. If you really don't like building things, it's great for a starter box, I'd say. Although they still require a bit of cleanup. So yeah, that's Stumpy done. And I'm thinking we can start off. Thanks for the link there. We can start to, if this doesn't take well to the base, I'll pin it. Yeah. So we'll start painting Fluffernutter. That's a name. But first, I thought I'd take a short break of like 5, 6, 7 minutes or something like that. And then come back and start work on Crazy Bunny. Cool. So see you very soon.
And your life.
Hi again. I'm back. Just needed a short little break. So we finished Stumpy. Thanks. Which is the third of the jockeys finished that we have painted on stream. Yeah, hi Kitty. Kitty says hi. So I thought we'd start. I've got to put the lid on the super glue there. Thought we'd start painting Fluffernutter. That's the name. And I think I noticed, like, sometimes you don't see mold lines before undercoating. And this might seem like strange thing to do, that I'm cutting away some mold lines after I've undercoated the model, but like I want them gone and I didn't see them before, so don't be afraid to do this. It's better to do it now than in the middle of the paint job. If you care about this sort of thing, otherwise it might just end up bothering you a lot down the line. It's got a stylish hat, this Gremlin. Spiridine, I do love dinner on the show. Nice. Nice to see you here. What are you eating? What are you having for dinner? Ashenhold was having pasta pesto. So that did make me a little nibbly. So where do we start here? I'm thinking I often like to start painting skin. And I do tend to mount these on cork, but now I forgot to do that. I tend to be optimistic when it comes to time, so I try to be, when I try to be realistic, like I didn't think we'd get this far. We already finished up 2 models, which I mean, I knew they didn't have much left to do, but since I tend to be optimistic in time, I try, like, yeah. But next time I'll have it mounted on a cork, probably. But like a tricky thing with this being pre-assembled, I guess, if it wasn't, we'd probably paint the rider separately. But now it's not, and we'll work around that. Like pros and cons. So I think we're gonna paint the stuff that is like inside here, like the saddle and straps and stuff. Because painting that later will probably end up like if we started out painting the Gremlin skin, we'd probably mess some of that up a little bit when we were painting the saddle afterwards. We don't want that. We're having fish sticks. What do you eat fish sticks with? Kind of feel the need to like really articulate fish sticks when saying that food's name. Doesn't have anything to do with a certain South Park episode from way back, not at all. I tend to have fish sticks. Had it. I tend to have fish sticks with rice. I know that weirds some people out. It's just how I ate them when I was a kid. But like, some people are adamant that you should have them with mashed potatoes or just boiled potatoes. Spiridon likes fish sticks in his mouth. Yeah, that's the episode I was thinking of. I have not watched South Park in, I don't know, many, many years. But yeah, it's that episode with Kanye West. Probably several episodes with Kanye West, right? I mean, he's crazy, so. Sorry to all the Kanye West fans out there listening. I decided to just base coat all this stuff with dried bark. There's a lot of stuff. This guy's it's got a lot of luggage. So yeah, this is the last Biobash / Bio starter box miniature to paint. And after that, I think we'll get started on this year's Nightmare Edition box. Deepest something. Have it behind me. I could only see the word deepest. Deepest mysteries, deepest fears, deepest depths. I don't know. It's something deep. You eating fish sticks is almost thematic, because I've noticed I've been painting so much like water themed stuff on this stream. Painted the bayou stuff. Like I spoke about this earlier, but I painted the bayou stuff with the water bases and the harpooners, and then Miss Hapen, and then we're gonna do the nightmare box. So a lot of water stuff. And I'm not being careful here with this brown paint when it comes to, I mean, it's a little counterproductive that I got some on the white fur of the bunny, because I was thinking it would be white, but like getting it on the gremlin skin is fine, because we're just gonna paint over that. Actually, since Big Dano painted pink, right? What color do you think I should paint this bunny? It's not gonna be pink. Thinking a realistic color. Should it be white? I'm probably going to paint this jug or flask in a different color later, but we're putting this brown paint all over this junk. What is that? Is that a pot? Maybe. you were in a hurry, you could probably paint all this luggage, just paint it brown, and then, I don't know, maybe wash it, and it'll look fine, I think. Maybe pick out some, like the ropes or something. We are not really in a hurry though. Yeah, unless I think of anything else, I'm probably gonna paint a white bunny. And a white killer bunny goes really well with the new Wong title, since it looks a bit like that Monty Python wizard Tim, doesn't it? I think Maeve pointed that out at least. Are you? Yeah, if you come up with any suggestions for the fur, I'll take them under consideration. Damn, this rabbit's cool. It's got earrings. Wait, what are these? What are those? I don't know. I'll have to look at the artwork later. Didn't really see it on the cover. I don't know what this is. Does it have like bones protruding from its legs? Or are they supposed to be feathers or something? I really don't. Well, maybe I can find a complete artwork of Fluffernutter on the internet and it'll be more clear to me what they are. Don't want to have to take the bunny to the doctor. Spiridine, do you know what this is? Why would this be on a bunny on its hind legs? Anyone? We gotta help this bunny. We're going with like denim pants for the Gremlin, right? I think so. Wyrd says Rotten Harvest has started. I'm so stoked. Cool. So I guess there was a news update on the Wyrd site. I'll have to check that out. What does the Rotten Harvest mean this time? Is it a painting competition? I feel like I should know this. Do you want to tell us what Rotten Harvest is? The fall painting contest. Yeah, then I was not mistaken. That's cool. Maybe we'll have to try and see if I can find some time to participate in that. It's always fun, nonetheless, to see what everyone cooks up. Tends to be a bunch of amazing entries. I haven't been doing the painting competitions much, but I did submit the carver last time. Oh, and a Nazgul on horse. Because you don't have to do just Wyrd minis, or at least not last time. I don't think this time either, right? Though most people do paint Wyrd minis. Took the opportunity to paint a Nazgul from the Middle Earth game, which is also fun. Though it is not my favorite game. That is Malifaux. And I'm 100% honest here. Correct. Yeah, so you can paint minis from different companies. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be fun seeing. Hey, I painted this foot brown because I was like, surely there's a sandal. No, there's no sandal on that foot. Don't be so presumptuous. Sandalous. That was bad, sorry. So this bunny's probably rabbit, right? Rabbit. My cat is currently demolishing some cardboard boxes, which I got a bunch of Explorer stuff in. For some reason, she likes chewing on cardboard. Probably feels nice, right? Okay, let's paint the pants. Well, we do have a lot of that McCrag blue and the palette. So I'm mixing that with some of the Dark Reaper for a base coat for this Gremlin's trousers, for its jeans, or what they call dungaroos. Pants. Just realized maybe as a Wyrd streamer I shouldn't enter in the Rotten Harvest competition. Anyway, can always do Rotten Harvest themed stuff. Go Halloweeny. I do love Halloween. So I'll probably have a Halloween get up some upcoming stream. Wall painting. There's the, yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm, okay. Might be reading some of this stuff incorrectly, but I think it's just got one strap on and the other going down here, right? I think so. This is the other strap, I think. Let's do a quick Google on that. I'm a little bit confused about the legs here. Finding some artwork. It's got, oh, what? Oh, it's got blades attached to its legs. Oh, that's nasty. It's pretty nasty. Huh. Would you look at that? Yeah, I googled the Fluffernutter artwork. You just can't say the name Fluffernutter and pretend to be a sane person. I mean, you sound completely insane just saying it. You sound like a fluffernutter if you say the word fluffernutter. At least I find this to be the case. So I wish this brown paint would dry faster. Let's base coat the Gremlin skin. And I'm going to do that with a mix of orc flesh and wall flesh from Citadel. And then work up through orc flesh and into what's it called? Oh, green camo from Citadel. I find it's a good one to continue into from the orc flesh. I kind of like that at least. It's what we did on the last mini. We're We're obviously going about this in a very different way than Big Dano, who had perhaps a more sophisticated method. We're just slamming on base coats. Should look good in the end, right? Now, since I'm just holding this miniature, holding the miniature itself, run an increased risk of just getting paint on my fingers and messing things up. But I will mount it on a cork for next session. Is this... yeah, this is skin, I think so. But then it's got a shawl as well, yeah. Just continuing this little base coat venture, blocking in the colors. Not the most exciting steps, but you need to get them done. Unless you use the contrast method, I guess. Or I know there's another word for it, but I don't recall like a more classical word. But of like painting contrast on top of a bright color is what it's probably going to be known as for quite a lot of people right now. Which means you get both a base coat and a shading in the same step, but we are not doing that here. It was cool to see the artwork and rules for the presumably Neverborn starter set in the Malifaux Burns book. There's some really cool, very Neverborn-y models. Two minions, the henchman and an enforcer. Very clearly signals starter set when they're in the same new keyword. There. they were proper Neverborny. I like them a lot more than the M2 starter set Neverborn models. Which I wasn't really a fan of. But the new ones look really cool. Did I miss any part? Yeah, I did miss a little bit of skin there. Really itching to get another game of Malifaux, but might have to wait till next week. Poor me. Such sadness. Much sad. I listened to the latest episode of the Swamp Fiends podcast today, where the host, and I forget his name right now, but the host Swamp Fiend talks about different takes on the game, about how people who play the games generally want to win, but with different aesthetics. It was really interesting. A very interesting listen. So if you haven't listened to the Swamp Fiends or like the latest Swamp Fiends episode, then I can really recommend it. It's very worthwhile. And a very interesting analysis of like gaming and miniature gaming and how you want to win. Like people can be very different. So yeah, go give him a listen. All right, let's grab a pink, I guess. There we go. Emperor's Children. Which is a very weird name for a pink color if you don't know G-dub stuff. It's very bubblegum pink. Gonna paint over some of that eyelid stuff later. Just gonna layer in some pink here. Doesn't cover super well, so we'll have to do several layers. Could base coat with Screamer Pink first, perhaps, but this is how we do it right now. Don't paint an awful lot of pink stuff in Malifaux. Was it Rafnard who like painted every crew pink? It's a little charming. I think it was Rafnard. Just sloppily blocking this in, but last chat message is correct. So like whatever I say, if I look up at the chat, it says correct, and I feel correct. It's very reassuring. I feel almost wise. I do feel very correct, at least. This is probably the rambliest of my streams so far. There is so much nonsense I'm talking today. You'll just have to bear with me. Ashenhold Art, what are you most hyped for in Malifaux Burns? Really hyped about how the story will progress. And having said that, I have not read all of the faction books. Only got 3 of them. But that's probably fine, right? I mean, most of us probably won't read all of the faction books before reading Malifaux Burns. Guess you'll read your favorites. But like, I don't tend to be very quick going through the stories, but I am excited about that, seeing how it will progress and like, because my shit's really going down, it seems. And game-wise, I am very excited about both Ironsides and Anya, because I think the whole fighting for control of the workers from 2 different sides is a brilliant theme. And I like both masters. But I'm also pretty hyped about Nellie. She seems pretty powerful, but also really fun. At least if you're playing her. Maybe not against, I don't know. So, yeah, pretty hyped about Nellie. I got a Nellie crew painted up, except like it's an M2 Nellie crew, so it was mostly about giving big stuff fast. So I haven't really painted her. I didn't paint her minions actually, so I should do that. But I've got, like, me and a friend, we ordered the Nellie dog box, so we got shared custody of what's his name, August, their shared enforcer. So we'll have to share him. But like, we're each other's main opponents, I guess. It's JKKB on Discord and Twitch and stuff. Might have seen him before. Now he's chilling out in Spain currently. Bastard. What are you most hyped about, Ashenhold? And why isn't it Nellie or Ironsides or Anya? I guess we'll paint these jugs Xandri dust. I feel like that could be cool. Could look good. Quite similar to the colors in the art. So I'm picking them out with Xandri dust. I think I'll probably pick out different stuff here in the luggage, and then give everything, all of the luggage, like a careful brown wash, probably. Gotta have those jugs of moonshine with you. It's very important if you're gonna race and party, I guess. If you're a gremlin, at least. Moonshine. Ashenhold. I'm a noob, as you know, but Cornelius Bass is my favorite character, and I'm working towards the Frontier crew, so probably Bass and his new enforcer. Cool. I've been eyeing Bass a bit too, because I accidentally own most of his crew after my little guild foray in M2. Got Ostringers, Pathfinder, Clockwork Traps, got a Rough Rider, maybe something else I'm forgetting. Raptors. And they're cool. I like the whole Bass Reeves inspiration too. Pretty sure he's inspired by Bass Reeves, the legendary Marshal. Whom I actually first got to know of from the show, the Watchmen TV series. It taught me about Bass Reeves and that Horrible Massacre, saying that it's a Tulsa massacre, right? A little embarrassed that I am unsure of the name of the place. I should know. And then probably Lord Cooper with a bow and arrow, because who doesn't secretly sick a dinosaur on their enemies? They fill them with arrows from afar. That is a nice... that's a pretty cool thing to do. Pretty boss thing to do. Who doesn't want to do that? Definitely a homage to Bass Reeves. Yeah. I like, that's my opinion too. I just want to be a little bit like, like in a weird stream. I don't want to be like, hey, this is based on that, period. Because I didn't design it, but yeah, it certainly reads very much as a Bass Reeves homage. And it'll be interesting to read up on how the story evolved for all of the masters, because we're certainly getting like we're getting an update on every master and how they're doing. That's pretty big. Like a pot, right? I think we'll pick out the sort of necklace or neck guard with some Mornifying Brown. Going for a very warm wooden finish, I guess. Also, Bass Reeves, pretty cool, or Cornelius Bass. It's pretty cool to have that sand snake, huh? It looks cool. Coincides pretty well with the June film, I guess. I'm sure a lot of June fans like the sand snake. I mean, probably right. So, after seeing that this bunny's got blades stuck into its legs, I'm a little scared. Actually. Sandworm, horses, hawks, quite a lot of critters when you think about it. Yeah, quite a lot of them. They do like critters. Mm-mm-mm. What do we want to... Yeah, maybe paint that in that color. Do we? I'm going to paint one of these bedrolls. Citadel green from Citadel. Which is a nice mossy, muddy green. Pretty similar to the Bayou faction color, actually. And brown makes for a pretty good shadow for it. So we want a green that's not too similar to the Gremlin skin. So there is a Bash artwork where they're riding a monster. I wonder if if maybe that would get a miniature sometime. If you Google Bash artwork, you'll find it. Or if you own the game, it's in the rulebook, I think. Mm-mm-mm-mm. A mug, right? And a pot, and then we got lots of ropes. I think we're gonna give this a brown wash now. like the pink looks super messy, and that's because I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna paint over it later. I didn't worry about being neat because I didn't feel like I had to. I know it looks really bad right now, but bear with me. Hi, Hannah PL. How are you doing? Nice seeing you here. So we're at this stage where everything kind of looks shitty in this early stage. And it's very easy, I think, at this stage to be like, ugh, this looks like crap. I don't want to paint this anymore. But a lot of miniatures will look crap this early on in the process. Also depends on like how you do things, because if you followed me, you'll know that I often paint one area to completion and then go to the next area or next sort of material or etc. And then like I'll finish all the skin, then all the metal, etc. But now we are base coating different things, and then so we're working on a little bit of everything at the same time, sort of, and therefore it looks a bit more messy to start off with. Yeah, we got the Rotten Harvest painting competition 4 categories this year. Cool. I should hold out. Right, we did speak about that, right? Or yeah, you did in another stream, the Chrysalis of Misery. That's a fancy name for it. Yeah, it can really look a bit like, especially if I was a bit sloppy putting on that pink. But just because I just don't care. I know I'm going to mess up the color, like the whites and grays of the bunny. I'm gonna do that. Paint the whites last, unless I decide to. Unless maybe I decide to paint it another color, but I think I'm gonna paint them, the bunny's fur, white or light gray. I might just change my mind. I can speak. Might just change my mind. Very capricious like that. Hannah, where would one find info on this? I think if you go to the Wyrd webpage, it should be on the main page, like the news. I believe so. So if you go to wyrdgames.net and scroll down, you got that news feed, and you'll see a link to the Rotten Harvest painting contest. Or just follow that link that Kim just posted. Nice to hear that you recently gotten back into modeling. That is nice to hear. Do you have anything on your paint table right now, Hannah? Or something you're building? Really need to mount this on a cork. I'm getting paint all over my fingers. We cannot play catch right now, kitty. No, I'm busy. Yeah, this is what happens when you forget to put your miniature on a base or a cork or model holder thingy device thingamajig. My cat thinks I'm really boring. I don't know if you can hear her. So this is going to be the base for this here fluffernutter. Oops. And we're going to do cold water splashes and stuff. Glad you're liking the kitty meows. So Hannah, you finished putting together and priming 3 boxes. Lady J, Marcus, Colette, pinning the judge tonight. Cool. Nice collection there. Yeah, I really like grass tufts, and we're going to do some cool paint splashes. It's going to be like this, probably. I think. Yeah. So I'm going to drill a hole there and pin it to the base later. Yeah, I really like decorating bases with different tufts and clump foliage and flowers. Actually, let's make some more texture on this base. We're waiting for all that messy stuff to dry anyway. Really messy look on Fluffernutter right now. Don't exactly look pro painter. It'll be fine, I promise. You're going to do water effects on the other half of the base? Yeah, I'm going to do water effects and I'm going to do water splashes. I made a tutorial on how to do that, actually. So if you want to look that up, you can go to youtube.com/c/Sybarite_painting. Water effects are really fun to do. They take it takes a bunch of time for them to cure. So if you need to get stuff on the table quickly, they might not be ideal, but I mean, they're really cool. They're neat, just neat. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a follower too on the little YouTube channel. I'm going to put more tutorials and stuff on there. Just need to find the time. Life's busy, 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 busy. Again, doing little suggestions of a rocky bottom. Meow, meow, kitty. Where did I put that drill? There. So we might as well drill this. I'm gonna put a pin in the underside of this paw. I think that's reasonable, yeah. Because I could pin both, but I don't think I need to. So yeah, I'll drill here. What's the YouTube channel again? Yeah, thanks for the link. Thanks a lot, Kim. Kimberly is just great. It's not a huge YouTube channel, but I'm slowly getting more videos on there. Making videos takes a lot of time, so it's pretty fun. So this is a bit, this is a really messy stream today. It's a bit unorthodox, but I'm gonna, like, shading is, the washes are drying on the miniature, and I'm gonna drill right into this rabbit's foot. I don't even care. It's gonna be fine. I do not recommend this. Don't do this at home. Holding a miniature like that, you should really drill this before painting it. I just forgot. You risk rubbing paint off holding the miniature like this, drilling into it. But yeah, YOLO. Don't do this. Do not do this. For the love of God. Drill before you start the paint job. Ugh. Well. Kind of embracing the capricious, opportunistic nature of a gremlin here, I guess. Yes, indeed, kitty cat. We are. Now, where did we put that paperclip? In case you can't tell from me looking for things all the time, I need to clean my desk. But I didn't find the time because I got back yesterday. Anyway. Got that done, but we're not gonna glue it to the base. We're gonna glue it to a piece of cork, because that way, like if we glued it to and pinned it to the base, you like a bunch of areas would be hard to reach, and this could be fine because we probably wouldn't see much of those areas anyway. However, it does help to have a miniature like a cork or something similar to both get a better grip. You get more stuff to hold. You don't have to hold the miniature like I've been doing with this mini this whole time. And you can more easily get to the underside of that lovely rabbit. Or whatever you're painting. Yeah. And we're back. Sorry about that. It's that gremlin capriciousness. It's rubbing off. Yeah, I guess we'll base coat the hat black. Or do we want it dark gray? Either way, let's paint it. We'll paint it dark gray first. Kitty's now rummaging through my stuff. Model cam is gone. Oops. What happened there? Yeah, maybe. It's quite possible that the kitty bumped into it. What? Get back onto that. Camera access timed out. I don't know what's going on right now. Well, something did happen. Just says waiting for mic to load, but I'm on no audio, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the time is pretty kind because we were gonna wrap up this stream. So it's not really a much of an issue. Yeah, so we did get finish Miss Hapen, and we announced that winner for that, Danielle, which we will reach out to so we can send Danielle this Miss Hapen miniature. And then we finished Stumpy. And then we started painting Fluffernutter. And then Fluffernutter just kind of broke the camera. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Stream's ending, so yeah, again, congrats to Daniel Tingson, and we'll be reaching out to you. Kim kindly shared some links to my social media stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't mind following those if you got any of those. And we are soon having What the Fall on 3:30. What the Fall is going to be painting. So if you want to see more painting, go ahead and look for that. And I'll see you guys on Thursday, where we'll continue trying to make this mess of a Fluffernutter into a good-looking model. Thanks for today. Sorry for the hiccups. Yeah. Bye. Take care.